Good morning, YouTube viewers and subscribers. So on my table today is an engine I just received in trade. Now this, as many of you will recognize, is a K&B Screamin' 48, or as the paperwork just says, K&B 48 ABC engine. Now a good subscriber of mine contacted me a few weeks ago and asked me if I'd ever had one of these before, and I told him no, I really haven't had too many K&B engines at all. And he said, well, he's getting two of them in some kind of a deal, and he asked me if I wanted to trade for one of them. I'm like, sure, send me some pictures of it and let's do a trade deal. So that's how I was able to get this engine. Now, this engine dates back to the late 90s. In fact, the piece of paper that came with this, I'm not sure if this is the entire instruction sheets or not, but it says K&B 48 ABC RC engine part number 4800. And I had always remembered seeing these in the magazines as advertised as the Screamin' 48. But I was looking here and I really can't find much. There's one article on that Scepter Flights webpage, but it's from like Chris Schianelli from like Model Airplane News, and he never really did any real analysis, and there was no date on there. But this paper has a date of 1098 on it. So at least this goes back to 1998, and this is when K&B was in Lake Havasu, Arizona too. So at least late 90s, could have been 95, I'm not sure. But this looks like a pretty decent engine. It's got really good compression. Like I said, I haven't read a whole lot about these engines other than what I've seen in the forums. The Mikoa site mentions using an 11.7 prop, which is what I've got on here. So now you'll see here that the remote needle valve bracket, I had to fab this one up. When this one came to me, it was broken in the box, but it looks like this had been broken before, and you can see evidence of glue there. The other 90-degree piece must still be out in my garage where I use that hole size to create this other one. So that was no big deal. I just, cheap plastic, whatever. I just so happen to have a piece of brass on hand, and I just quickly use some tin snips and cut it to shape and put a couple holes in it, and it'll be fine to run this engine for a few times. But so look forward to some run videos of this guy, and maybe even some comparisons to some of my other 46 size engines. But like I said, I've got an 11.7 prop on here because that's what the manufacturer, or at least what the Mikoa site says to run on it. But honestly, I can't find any other videos of this engine on YouTube for comparison purposes at all. But it should be fun to run, should be a good running engine, so I'm looking forward to doing that.